Ma'am?
I'm really concerned about the reductions on the recreation and human services side.
Yeah.
Those are jobs for kids, places for kids and adults, some of us who participate in swimming programs, to go. Physical activity, obesity is a #1 public health problem right now. And so I'm really concerned about these cuts. And one of the questions I have, and I'd like you to look into, because I don't think that you probably have that today, is how many people are currently using those services that are going to be impacted by these cuts over the next year. So it's sort of like, what's the takeaway and how many people are going to be impacted with these particular cuts to these recreation and human services programs?
You're absolutely correct, and there are a number of, I almost hate to rely on the federal government, but there are a number of jobs programs that are now going through the budget process in DC that we're hopeful of getting some funds for that. And there has been a youth job program that I believe we're going to make application, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, you're right.
We have to make application for each one of these programs to assist our young people in going to work.
I don't have the figures for you, but
there's going to be public hearings down the road, correct? And so the question I have is, those public hearings
or announcements, if we can get some. I mean, if we can, let me tell you, if we can get one major grant out of Washington, I myself will start jumping up and down, and I'll be very, very excited, because so far we've received, what was it, a little over $3 million in grants, but they've all been formalized grants. There's one of the grants, energy efficiency block grant, and we're working on a regional basis, isn't that correct, to use that money, because you get more dollars for the, you get more results for the buck if you do that. We're a staff. We received $732,000 there. We're putting together a program to use that money for insulation, housing, and things of that sort, and we haven't finalized that program yet.
no, we haven't. But one of the things, you've got the Recreation and Human Services slide up here. The major cut was the elimination of the adult sports program. So there was a recognition that youth, seniors were the population that needed those services and may not have as many resources as adults would have to do that. Karen Knudsen, our Recreation and Human Services Director, and her staff, by and large, eliminated programs that had the least usage, or programs that didn't have that many users but paid for themselves, various classes. So we hope to restore those, but this is a budget of tough choices and trade-offs.
And the other thing, trying to get these grant dollars, you know, is almost practically impossible and very frustrating. Let me give you another example. Over the last 2 years, is it? I've applied for a $1 million grant through Senator Boxer's office again for at-risk kids programs, and I haven't been able to get anything there. So I've again mentioned that Senator Boxer has told me through her staff, by the way, that she is making every effort to increase what are called community development block grants to cities, and I'm going to anticipate that we will get funding there, potentially in and around $1 million. But when that'll come, it will be the real question. The other thing is that we have a 211 program. Anybody here at the 211 program? That's really a one-call stop for people in need. And we're in the process of cutting our funding to that statewide program, which totals $20,000. And the good senator's office has told me that the senator supports that program, and will make every effort to see that's funded. I can't speak for the senator. I hope her staff is correct that we can save those programs, and that we can find a way to get some additional funding, which will help us through the situation in which we find ourselves.